Hi buddies, and welcome back to this masterclass for the beginner in Python. And guys, remember we have been studying about tuples, and we were able to unpack in the previous lesson, and the other lesson we were able to update, and the other lesson I think we learned on how to access tuple. So today is again we are going to learn about looping through the tuples. So without much ado, let's get started. Okay, so we start off simply as this. Okay, I'm using PyCharm 3.12, and I can see an AI has been popping around here. Damn man, you just wanna come and watch my code? I don't know even the time this happened to be here. How will I even install it? Okay, I see you. Okay, I'll just click on this Donald. Yeah, and I'll have to check that. So new project. No, actually I should create like a new file here, and I should call it Python file. Let me just call it, because it's about tuple looping. Let me just call it loop tuple. So guys, hope that you know how to create tuple, and remember tuple is just the type of data collections. So tuple. Okay, hit enter, and there we have loops tuple. So I don't know whether the font is small, but I'll just try. So let's start. So what is this looping through a tuple? So it's simple. If you just want to loop through the tuple items by using a for loop, you will simply get what you want from that tuple. So let's do one example here where we want to iterate through the items and print the values. So to do this, let me just create a tuple. Remember, tuple is let me just call it this is tuple, and to create a tuple you just use a round bracket. I think this is a round bracket, and just a string, because we want to have a string of as usual. Let's have the strings of president. So Jomo, and put a comma over there and create another one. So he was the first president of Kenya, and let's the second one was, who was it? Moi. Who doesn't know Moi? And then the third one is there was somebody, I don't know, but the one that I know after Moi was but. And then let me have the last one here. Let's have okay. Now this is our tuple. So I just wanna use a for loop just to see what I have to iterate through. So to do that, let me just have to use a for loop. So you say for x. So for maybe I can say for the president. I can say for president. For president, whatever the name. So that's why I call it x. For preso, let me just call it preso. For preso in this tuple of president, let me call this my president. So I can say for prezo, the prezo ni moja, for prezo in my president. So this is the variable, this tuple for carrying the strings of presidents. So this president are in this my president variable, and I'm saying for one prezo in this president variable. I just want to treat it through one by one. That's why I'm using prezo. So I do that and hit down here. So let's print. We want to print the prezo. Copy this and paste it here. So if I run this, let me just run and see whether we have all of the president printed down. You say this connection. I think I ran the wrong file. It's which one is this anyway? Let me see your name. Client. No, this is very different. Oh, let me just pick here. So you just go down first of all. And I'm really scared of this AI. I don't like you, bro. You're stealing my idea. So it's called loop through. Where is this current? Let me just current file. Yeah, here we have. So we have Jomo, we have Moi, we have Kibaki Unye. Why is this not? Oh, I need to comma here. There should be a comma here. So just treated this as one string. And why? Yeah, there. So run it again. So we have Jomo, Moi, Kibaki Unye. And we can even add the 50 here. Appropriate. Is still the president, and I need to have Kasongo. Kasongo or Kazongo? I don't know. Kasongo. No. Kasongo. Something like that. I'm not sure. Okay, next. So we will actually talk more about for loops in the coming chapters. But let's talk about loop through the index numbers. So you can also loop through the tuple items by referring to their index number. Now you see this one we never referred to an index number, but when we did this, we just iterated through the tuple list or the tuple collection. So we acquired one by one. That's why we printed one by one, even in a different line. But this one also we can refer this one by using index number. So let's use the range method and the length method functions to create a suitable iterable. So those are the kind of methods or functions that we can use. And I really, most of the time I just got confused between functions and method. In Java there are just methods, in Python there are functions. So those two a little bit confusing, but nothing to worry about that. So let me again create this. I have this prezo here. So let me just use a range method. Okay, for first thing I will just check an iteration here. Just initialize as I. So I will say for initerate in again in this one I will have to change, and I use the range just like that. Range, which is a method, a function, and then for the range, so we will go through all of them for the range from 1 or index 0 to the last index. So and we will have to check, if we have to check both sides, we must use the length here method again, because this will return the number of the strings that are there, and then now the range will actually check from range 0, which is just using an index 0 to the last one, and we will be able to print them all. So I just got this, and so I should put this in here just like that, and now I can print I here. I can come down here, and what next? So I should print the tuple by index number now. So this is the tuple. Okay, copy the tuple for president, and then I will have to print by index. So to do by index, you just put this I here. Control copy. So you print I every time in this. Every I is just in an iterate, which can be Joma, Moi, Quebec. So all of them will pass here, and we will be able to print them out. So we just position the tuple, and then we say by index, print that index, because this for loop will actually keep going iterating through, and every time it does that, we get an index, and that index is what we're going to print from the tuple. So easy, I think. So let's run this again. Yeah, there we have. So we have Moi, Kibaki, Unye, Kasongo. Oh, Kasongo is actually, I'm not sure. It depends where you come from. So that is it. Let's again use a while loop to do this again, to iterate through the same tuple. So you can loop through the tuple item by using a while loop, and so the while will keep on running until a certain condition is met, and then we can also add using the length method or function to determine the length of a tuple, because we need to get the length of that tuple so that we can map the whole string that are there. If we don't have the length, we don't know the width or just the length of the tuple. So we will have to use that we have to use that to determine the length of the tuple, then start at 0 and then loop your way through the tuple item by referring to their indexes. Cool. So let's again, we should remember to increase the index by 1 after each iteration, because once you do this, you should increment the number so that we can go the next string and the third and the fourth. So let's do that. So let's print items, and let's print these presidents using this while loop. Okay, so again, I'll come back here. I can delete this so that I can start fresh. So I will create an index of, because we will start from 0, so I have index 0 there. So I'll use a while loop. A while loop will keep on checking whether a certain condition is not met or met. So I'll say for I, this I, which is 1, for I, which is less than. Now let me check the length of this. So let me just copy this, and from here just put the length. So the length, I will check the length of the tuple. So if I print this out, in fact, if I can print, if I just take the value from here, the value from using this method, I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will give me 5 items. So once we have the length, so we'll keep on checking whether while I, which is just 0, is less than this my presidents, it will keep on running something. So we will have to print. So presidents. So print this tuple, and then you put that I in there to get the specific president. Copy and then paste over here. Then because it's an array, so we just put that I here. So for the length, we will keep on running through the tuple until we finish all of them, until I is 0. That's when we will stop the while loop and jump out of the while loop, and we are done with that. I think this is where, if you ever use the Pygame is a module in Python that is majorly used to create games. So we normally push the scene into a while loop, an ending while loop, and so we keep all the condition while you're alive, while the character is alive. We continue doing something until maybe it's short. That's when we know that certain character is not there. Maybe you become the winner or that. This is where we actually cut that kind of scenes. Okay, that was too much. So print this. I will increment once I print that one. I have to increment I, so that finally we get the whole. We look through all the tuples. So I will use I here again. Increment. There's so many ways of incrementing this, but let's just use this simple one here. Increment by 1 every time it runs, so that we should have the length still. You can understand these, boys and girls. Let me just save this, and again you can see we have printed them all. So we use the while loop here. Again, in the coming lessons we will actually learn more about while loops. Try to use them to do what I have already told you. So let's see how to join a tuple. Okay, so let's join two tuples. So to join two tuples or more tuples, you can use a plus operator, which is a concatenating or an addition plus operator, simple as that. So let me have let's have here now. Let's create another one here. Let me just call it yeah, let me give them numbers, so I can say my president. Okay, let me just have again my president, and I give them numbers. Copy, drag the president number. Just initialize like that, and then I create a tuple of number. So I will give them 1, 2, 3, 4. How many are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jomo Kenyatta Moi Kibaki mwenye Kasongo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So this is the 5th. Who's the 6th then? I don't know. So this number 6 is really tough. Okay, so I will concatenate the two. So let me just remove this while loop here. So let me have let me just call it Rezo. First, okay, let me just call it resonance. Okay, so this will be tuple 1. This is my president. Copy. It doesn't make really any sense. It's only that I'm just trying to show you how you can join two tuples using an operator, and this one here plus, and this one. So and I tried this the last one with numbers, because you can have a tuple of strings and also a numbers, maybe objects again, Okay, so I have this, so I can print. Let me just print. So here we have actually joined them, and you can see. Let me just press and then we have a space. Okay, so I just want to print the horizontal arms and see whether we have joined the two tuples. So print. Let me just copy this and paste over here. So okay, so let me just run this. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can see Jamal and numbers are here. Yes, that is it. So we have successfully joined them. So let's see again how we can multiply tuples. So if you want to multiply the content of a tuple a given number of times, you can use the multiplication operators, which is actually yes, there is. So again, let me see how we can do that. So let me do what, bro? Okay, delete this. So I just wanna multiply them. I wish I should have used the number, but it's okay. Even this I can do. So I can say multiply my tuple multiplication. Let me just name it simply like that. And then this multiplication, this one, I'll copy this like this and paste. And then multiply, put just on PC shift, and as there is just up there, and then put a number 2. So let me just again print this and see what we have, whether Jomo has repeated twice, more twice, and the case goes on. Try to copy. So this run there. Wow, yeah, so you can see Jomo is here. Again, it's just there, more is here. So we have just multiplied the tuple, as we can see. We can even multiply by 3 or whichever number you want. So we can just have repeated strings. So it's so big. See? Okay, we have found that we can multiply a tuple. So that's it for today's, guys, and hope that you like this. And guys, if you find this really interesting, hit that following button down there or the like button. I'll just appreciate. Thank you so much, and this is your guy, and yeah, it's the same guy, the wolf. Okay, thank you, bye, see you.